back to Linda's Pantry. And tonight, guess what? I don't have anything out for dinner, and you guys have been requesting that I do one of these meals in a jar soups. And so I'm gonna do the taco soup because I'm in the mood for a little bit of Mexican food. So what I do with the larger pieces, because the pulled pork comes in pretty large chunks, so does the chicken, unless you get the cube chicken, so does the beef, unless you get the small cubes or the shredded beef. Pulled pork, there are some pretty sizable chunks. So this is how I do it. And I do this at work too. I'll go into the break room 10 or 15 minutes before I'm gonna have lunch to save myself some time. I've got 2 cups of filtered water, and I just go ahead. You don't have to do this with all of these, but because that meat is so much bigger, we wanna go ahead and let it refresh for about 10 minutes, just like that. I know the meat's at the bottom, so I'm good to go. And I apologize, my dishwasher is going. So we're just gonna leave this here. I'm gonna take it over to the stove and put it on the stove. Most of the time I only use 2 cups of water, but quite often I have to extend that to 2.5, but that's okay. I'm gonna add that extra half a cup just in case, and that's plenty of soup for a pretty hearty appetite. All right, so I'll bring you back when the 10 minutes is up and we get it on the stove and we start the cooking. All right, come on. Okay, this is gonna get really easy, really fast. So I'm gonna go ahead and get everything out of the jar that's in here. And it's been about 10 minutes. Oh, I'm excited. This is so good. And this is plenty for me for like 2 meals, if not sometimes 3. I'm not a huge eater. I don't eat a lot. I can smell the tomato and the taco seasoning and all the ingredients. You can really smell it, and I can tell that that meat is refreshed and soft. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn my burner on. And trust me, you can add whatever spices you like. In fact, I really enjoy cumin. I might add a little bit of cumin. We'll see what the flavor profile looks like. And we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna add a full 2 cups of water. So total, probably 2.5 cups because this has had a chance to refresh. Now that tomato sauce is gonna give it a little bit of body. And we're gonna get this up to temperature and we're done. Seriously. Look how beautiful. The vibrant colors, it's just delicious. Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna grab, I want some cumin. I'm gonna grab a little bit of cumin and add that to it, although you do not have to. And when I am at work, I don't add anything to it unless it's pepper. I really just keep it very simple. So I'll grab a little, maybe half a teaspoon, maybe just a little bit, 1/4 teaspoon, half a teaspoon. There we go. Just because I like the flavor. Not all the time, but I do like it. I'm in the mood. So. And you can see this is not a really watery soup because that tomato powder that I almost forgot definitely kicked it up and gave it some body. So it's really up to you how watery you want it. If you want it thicker, you know, feel free. If you want to add some rice, you could add some pre-cooked rice to this. I'm just going to give it a little taste test right here. Just the broth part to see where I'm at. Oh my gosh, that's delicious. I'm so excited. Okay, taco soup for dinner in a matter of, oh, I don't know. Well, I added the water to the jar to refresh the meat more than anything. You don't need to do it for small pieces or for vegetables. They refresh really fast. I went over and I lit a fire in the fireplace, cleaned it out, lit a fire, and I came back here and put it on the stove, and here we are. As soon as this comes up to temperature, my dinner is done. And I will give you a taste test, and it absolutely looks delicious. You could actually do a tortilla, kind of a tortilla soup, kind of a throwback for this. You know, add some crushed tortillas, serve it with tortillas. I'm doing the low carb thing, so. Got to keep healthy because Thanksgiving's on its way. I need to be able to eat a big Thanksgiving dinner, or at least have whatever I want. All right, So we're coming up to a simmer, as you can see. And that's really all I want. At work, I would just microwave it until it was hot all the way through and I'd enjoy my soup. So there you go. Let's get you a taste test going. Okay, guys, here's the taste test. I grated down some sharp cheddar cheese down just a little bit there on top, dress it up a little bit, and I'm excited. Okay, let's have a taste. The veggies still have, you know, they're not mush. They still have some texture to them. There's a piece of pork in this bite. I want some cheese because, you know, I put cheese on my tacos. Anyway, I know that's probably not traditional, but that's what I do. Okay. This made enough for 2 bowls. This size, it's plenty. Yum. So how economical, honestly, and how quick and easy for me to have, you know, I have lunch for 2 days, or I have lunch and dinner. This is good. Oh man, that's good. This is perfect if you add black beans as well. You have just a wonderful taco soup. So I hope that the pork is delicious. I hope this inspires you to step outside the box you might be in and maybe go over to my website down below. I've got my Thrive Life website down below. Right now the Black Friday sale is ripping and roaring, and this just gives you some extra arsenal, and if you don't use it, you can keep it in your long-term pantry for backup whenever you need it. All right, guys. I can't wait to see you next time for another delicious recipe, and or if you want to see more meals in a jar, I have a lot more that I do, and I'll be happy to bring you along. All right. Bye.